He just needs to come do Pilates. That's all. Where is he? Where are the husbands? They need to be coming and doing, right? Yeah, Mark is doing. He's doing. So we're going to put ourselves in Pilates stance and start with a little bit of feet waking up. So we're just going to inhale, lift those toes up. Exhale, put them down. And I'm watching because I need to make sure that my middle toes come down long because they like to come down in little curls. It's weird. I can get my big toe down flat, my pinky toe down flat, but the middle ones will curl up, which is not where I want to stabilize. How I want to stabilize as I walk, right? So you check you too. See what goes on with those middle ones. Good. Yep. I know. Everyone should be looking down at those feet. What are you doing down there? Good. Good. And then some of you can easily get your middle toes down, but then I want you to watch that you don't force them down. Some of you will put them down and kind of create a little bend like this in that first joint. You'll smoosh it down. So it should just be nice and long. Yeah. Keep it long. No smushing. Good. I know. It's like they're trying to reach. Just reach, don't smush. Good. Good. All right. So back in place starts. Okay, so we've got the foot awareness. Yep, now I want you to keep your toes long and connected. Just reach your heels into the ground. And I'm going to show you what a really subtle but impactful thing that does in my body. So here's me just reaching my toes. Good for me. Here's me adding my heels. You feel that? Pulls me back. And also gets this subtle lift right here. It's kind of hard to see because of the way my shirt is, but as I reach the heels in, it pulls me over myself more. And some of you will feel like when you reach your heels in, the ball of the foot pushes down a little bit more naturally. And we talk about pushing the toes brings us back, right? If we just push the toes away, it'll bring us back. But when we add the heel, it keeps the center of your core on from your upper hip to your ribs, and it stops you from doing this willow fall action. Can you feel the distance? Play within your body. I want you to just push the toes down. Notice how that should almost make you feel like you're going to fall backwards. And then push the heel down from the backside. Can you feel how you stop? Right? You have that balance between front and back muscles to hold you in place. So that's not just important for standing still. That's very important for when we're in motion, because if we have to move one way or the other, and we have nothing to stop us, that's when things go, and they tear, right? Or strain. Same thing bending forward. There's nothing to stop us. So this little tiny drill builds up this endurance around our center. So do it anytime you find yourself standing still. Standing in line, someone is talking too long like me right now, right? You do this drill. Okay. Yes, Nara. Yeah. On your left side? So Nara's asking an awesome question. She's noticing that on her left side, like me, my left side, I have to keep a closer eye on it. Her toes either buckle or they just lift all the way up, and you can still keep your big toe down. So if you put your middle toes down long, you might be able to feel your hamstring right here. Yeah. And so she's asking what's not helping there. It's probably a little hamstring missing, which I think would be the case on Nara. Well, I thought most of them were on your right, but her left side tends to be more anteriorly tilted. That's a good question. And so her hamstrings are harder to find. Now, Franny, watching on replay, your hamstrings tend to be short. And so my tuckers, maybe Sheila the same. So you getting your toes down you might have either a really heightened awareness of that hamstring, or you might have none because the muscle's already so short it doesn't know how to contract, right? It doesn't have the resilience yet, right? Okay, so, okay, we're in it to win it. So keeping your heels pressed down, now we're gonna challenge ourselves. We're gonna exhale, push the hands back, lift the belly up, and then little release. So heels down, back of heels down. Good, yeah. So we should notice that if we are really trying to keep that whole foot connected to the ground, with a little emphasis on making sure where we know those heels are, that we can't do this. And so I think particularly of Sheila, old Mary, because I don't know what you're doing these days and she won't let me see. But the old you might have had some of that going on, right? Yeah, good, Nara, good control. Good, that's it, breathe. Good, yes, Sheila, nice, good. Give me two more, everybody. Nara, just watch that you're not pitching forward in order to compensate. Really, yes, there you go, good. Just like those first ones you did. Beautiful, and then let's take that back, good. All right, now we're gonna take those arms back and you're gonna be a whirly bird. You know those little things that come off the trees? You're gonna lift your spine up as you rotate, keep your legs active. Come back to your center and lift your spine up as you rotate. Okay, so everybody, tell me, is the spine on the front or the back of your body? Okay, so if it's on the back side of you, you shouldn't be lifting your chest to the sky, right? We should be lifting the spine to the sky. And what that does is, yes, Sheila! Yes! Yes, Nara, good! Yes, better, Suzanne, good. Can you feel how now this is more on across here as you move? I love it. Yes, good. That's it. Good, and one more each way, just having that same sensation of long spine, grounded at the other end by your heels, as if your spine, right, which is your center line, could drop all the way down between your legs and your heels. Yeah, makes sense? Okay, good. Now I'm warm and I don't mind the cool breeze. Hey. We're gonna open up into parallel. Boop. Good, feeling good? Okay, so find your feet again. Notice if it's different for you in parallel. Some of you it will be, because you're asking for a different part of your glute and a different part of your hamstring to help out. So big toes up, then put them down long. Their temptation is going to be to squish in order to get your band down. See if they can just go long, those middle toes. Oh, so hard on my left side. Yeah, good, okay. Now reach your heels down if you're not already. And some of you will feel belly lift or yourself shift back. Good. And we're just going to do this simple press back again. Shh, just pressing those arms back. Keep connected to your feet. Good, that's it. Shoulder blades, right? Throat's in line with your body. So I'm going to give you just a little quarter turn so you can see. So not this, right? Keeping it all lined up and stacked up. Yeah, that's it. Nice, you guys. That's it. Keep reaching. Good. So anyone feeling more or less awareness through their hams and glutes, or something else? Maybe feel something different. Less. Okay. You feel more IT band. Okay, do you feel it lengthening or do you feel it tightening? Good. Okay, that's a good thing. That's the right answer. That's the hopeful answer. So lengthen the IT band. What we would love to see, that tells us that glute med is lifting and pulling it back. That's great. That's great feedback. Okay, so we're gonna have our same little whirly bird. We're gonna find our feet. Good. Now we're going to rotate, lifting the spine, pushing out through those arms. And again, spine is the back side of your body. So we're not lifting the chest to the sky. We're lifting the back line up. Good. Nice, Nara. That was very elegant. Good. That's it. Keep your legs strong. If they're strong, your hip can't be wiggle woggling, right? It's holding steady so you can lift up and out of it. Good. Can we do one more each way? That's it. Good. That has gotten so much better. Very nice. Yeah, so much better. Yeah, but you guys, knowing where your center line is shows, because all of you that I can see used to have one direction where you were like translating off to the side or back bending to make it turn. And yes, and everyone was staying super connected. Instead of turning and shifting, everyone that I could see was staying right over their line without that side shift. Good. So, nice job, you guys. Very proud of you. That's exciting. So let's step out of your band for a second. We're going to focus just a little more into the abs. So the booty is holding my band. The band is behind my butt. And we're going to let your hands palms face forward, collarbones open. We're going to exhale, just push. And I want you to pull your waistline, your belly button, all of that back into your band. And then little release. And exhale, pull. Yeah. So I don't want you to pull your hip flexor. So this is kind of critical information. So Suzanne, I want you to be careful. I want you to make sure that the work is coming here, not here at the leg crease. Make sense? Yeah. Yeah. And Mark the same. So Mark's temptation is to tuck under a little bit instead of hold steady and just pull back. Yes, that's much better. I wish they could see your side view. That was a big improvement. Yes, nice, Nara, good. Yes, right? You guys, Sheila too, feel that little low belly lift? Good, I hope you're feeling it too, Mary. Good, and Franny on the replay, I hope you're feeling it too. Good, all right, one more, hold those arms, good. Now you're gonna bend your knees, hinging at your hip, but pull your abs back as if your abs wanted to push that band between you and the wall behind you. Abs have to do it though. Good. Come back up to a stand, release your arms. I know, should feel like your whole abdominal wall is on. Press again. Use your abdominals to pull the band back, right? It's right here. So your low abs have to pull to this place. They're kind of pin it to the wall behind you. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. That's it, good. And then come back. So Nara, this is kind of interesting. You guys keep going. I literally saw you tuck your right side under. I don't think I've ever seen you do that before. And I don't know if that's bad or good. Like kind of good because it means you've got some looseness out of your low back. Let's go with it and see what happens. On the going back, I've never seen you be able to get that much. Yeah, I've never seen your spine like that. Feel okay? I know, it's very exciting. Okay, good. So Nara's the only one who gets to tuck. Everybody else is just pull your abs back. Okay, so the next one we do, we're gonna hold it. And then Sheila, I want you to not go down quite as low. I want you to be able to keep your chest up. So no hinging forward. You're gonna stay here and just use your belly to pull your hips back. Yes, now see if you can bend your knees. Keep pulling your hips back. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Okay, okay, good. Because now everyone's gonna take a little step back. Just tap. Good. Now are your abs still pulling back into your band, or did you suddenly let go? All right, abs in the band as you tap back. Good. Abs in the band as you tap back. Good. One more. Good. Squat a little deeper just so you can let go reach back, and lift up. So you get to pop here. You've been working hard. Ah, good. Okay, we're gonna do another set. Just like that. Okay? Now, all right. So when I'm talking about abs, remember it's the space between the hip bones, not beneath the hip bones. So some of you, right? Some of you want to pull. Yes, right? So Suzanne is previously psoas heavy, right? So now she is noticing that if she can start with her abs before the tilt, she can stay. So she tries staying in neutral first. So this is what I'm talking about. If you can lead your abdominals into your hips, right, and then allow the hinge to happen, you might be able to have a better balance between your psoas, because we need it. We do need that psoas, and your abdominals. Yeah, good. Keep those abs on. Good. Good, let's do one more on each side. That's it, good. Nice, good. And then go ahead and come all the way back up again, reach back. Ah. Yeah, and you can bring those arms all the way forward again. Whew. How are we doing? Small but mighty work, yeah? Small but mighty? Okay, so let's take those arms up to the ceiling. Good, let's give ourselves a nice bow because it will feel good to stretch after stabilizing so much. So let the back of your neck reach towards your hands and then lift that chest up, pull those arms back. This first one you get to let your ribs pop. So you can see me and Mark are reveling in the rib pops. Good, all right, you do too. The next one though, on the way up, I want you to start with your feet before you even lift. Big toes, pinky toes, middle toes, heel. Notice how the heel makes you start to come up. Yes, good. And then exhale back into your bow. Good. Inhale, find those feet. Exhale, heels add in. And then up you go. It keeps you from going, right? Good, that's it, good. Standing abs, you gotta love it. That's it. Can we do one more? One more? That's it. Stay connected. Good. And then let those arms come all the way around the back. Feel good? I know. Phew. Phew. So while your band is behind your legs, we're going to let it drop a little lower so it's over your thighs, and then we're going to cross it into opposite hands. Okay, we're going to do a little of the skating series. So we're going to take that same idea as if the band was behind your hips and sit in a little squat. Elbows close to your side, collarbones open, ribs in. Do you see how I changed the ribs, not my pelvis? My pelvis didn't move, just my ribs move, right? Here's ribs out, here's ribs in. Yeah? Okay, so now all we're gonna do is push out with your right leg, reach with your left arm. Bring it back in, same side. Good, okay. So after your first ones, twos, now I want you to push out with your thigh bone and not your foot. So feel how where your band is. Good. Imagine that you were on a reformer. One foot on the solid part, one foot pushing that sliding carriage away. That's it. And you want to keep your weight on the firm part. Otherwise you will slide and fall, right? So you want to keep your leg here on the firm part. Good. Good. One more. Good. All right, now bring it back in. Sit a little deeper. Find your feet before you stand. Right? So each time we come back up, yes, we're all integrated. Good. Okay, now we're going to come back on that same side again. Come on down. This time, we're going to challenge ourselves with a little balance. You're welcome to side yourself up to something if you want to touch on it, but hopefully our bands will give us a little help, because here's what we're going to do. Think like hydrant. So we've got one knee. Now we're going to open it to the side. Both arms are going to pull open. Both arms come back. So what we're trying to do is activate both legs at the same time. Watch that the knee doesn't come forward. Some of you are going to do this, bringing it forward. I want you to bring it sideways and maybe even slightly back. Yeah, moving from your thigh. Yeah, good. And let your band help you. So I have lots of slack on the end. There's multiple benefits with that because as I push out, it creates internal tension to balance, right? It gives this leg a target to push out into, right? Yeah, as it's holding you, right? So we don't give up the thigh. Both thighs are actually pushing out. Good. Can we try one more? Good. And then bring that foot down, sit a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper. And then come up to a stand. Whew. Yeah? Did everyone have a sense of standing leg working on that? Good. Good. Okay. So we get to do the other side. We'll go a little skater first. So sit back. Remember how we sit back? We don't just go. We use our abs to pull us back. We make sure that the ribs are up and in, right? Good. And then we're just going to press that carriage out, bring it back in, and we're going to add the opposite arm. And we're going to think about the thigh pushing the carriage out, right? So I'm not pushing out with my knee. It's happening way up here at the hip. Yeah. Like if you ever had to shove somebody out of the way, Olivia, I'm just going to shove you a little bit, right? If you're ever going to go, right? That doesn't come from your knee, it comes up here at your hip. So you're doing the same thing with this leg. Thanks, baby. Right? Good. Good. So same thing, check, is that leg coming forward? Can it stay at least to the side, if not slightly back as it moves, as it slides? Just think of that. Good, one more. There you go. Good. All right. Get to come all the way up, drive into those feet. Okay. Now we get our balance moment. Again, feel free to sidle up to something. So if you want to have something to touch, it usually doesn't take more than a fingertip. So now you're back in your squat and you've used your abs to pull you back there, not your hip and not your back, right? Your abs have made it happen. Then we're going to lift the leg. Woo. And as we open it into hydrant, we're going to pull both arms forward. Or sorry, outward to the side. Ooh, I said that was wrong. Yep. Good. And I want you to feel how both legs are pushing into the band in opposite directions. Yeah, find the standing leg. This moving leg becomes our distraction, right? It's all about the standing leg. Good. That's it. Can your ribs stay in? Even if you have to tap that foot down. Good. Yes, good. Last one. Good. Foot comes down, bend, and then come all the way back up. Woo! Good. Nice. Okay. Band comes into our hands. Overhead. Yeah, Nara? So Nara's asking, on one side it's harder to keep the leg back than the other. Generally, it's harder to keep it back on whatever side of you is more tucked, right? So in Nara, that's her right side. Yeah, or shifted. If your femur is shifted back to the pelvis, it will be harder to extend the leg on that side. Okay, so arms overhead. Boop. And here's me cheating. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I am so not properly in my shoulders. Can you see it? Here's what's better. Do you see the difference? So all I did was not pull my shoulder blades down, I pulled them apart. Can you feel that? Yeah, so not even my hands pulling apart. I'm not trying to pull my hands out to the side. So this is not coming from my hands, right? I'm pulling the armpits apart, pulling the shoulders apart, pulling the collarbones open. So Sheila, I want you to try as much as your arms can stay up to let that happen at your scapula. and not from the arm. Yeah. Better. Yes, that's better. Good. And then Nara, really work on feeling almost like you want to bring this armpit and make it shine out to the side. Almost. Ooh, that shoulder's really stuck up there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Because now what we're going to do now is just add a little curtsy. So we're going to step your left foot behind. We're going to do a high archer, pull down with your right, reach up with your left. You're going to push out to the sky. Really push, push, push. Good. Now notice if you push to your ear, that's a no. If you push up and away, that's a yes. Good. And then come back to center. We're going to do the same side again so you can work it and feel it. So left behind right, pulling down your left hand. Oh, I said that wrong. This is your right hand. Right hand and push away, push away. Yep. Good. Good. And then back. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a side view of me not doing it quite so well. Can you figure it out? Okay, that's one. So here's me not tilting my head back. Yeah, I'm putting all my support in the small of my back. Right? Can you see that? So, yeah, not great. And that means now look at my arm. I am not moving my arm. Watch this. I am not moving my arm. I'm only moving my ribs. That's how much my poor spine is trying to pretend to be my arms, right? So I want you to, yes. So especially those of you prone to shoulder injuries, you guys, or who use your shoulders a lot, Mary, you guys got to watch, right, how you're using it. It's not that you're never going to extend backwards, but where your real range of motion is, you got to keep those abs on. See where that is, yeah? Makes sense? Know where it is. So you build that strength in a more supported position. Makes sense? Yeah. So again, back to keeping those ribs in. I see you just pausing there. Your arms are tired. Okay. Ready to go to the other side then? Okay. Let's go to the other side. Yes. Okay. So collarbones open. Pull the armpits apart. Yep. Mary, remember you're going to have your feet flat, right? And that's okay, but you still have to pull your knees open. That's it. That's it. Hold it. Check where your ribs are. Good. And then come back up. Good. That's it. Pull those ribs in. Pull those ribs in. Yep. Seeing if you can stay connected to the front foot, right, once you found it. Yes, that's better. Do you feel how you stayed connected here longer then? So start with your feet. Wait. I want to see it first. Yeah, there you go. Good. Good. Gosh, that's beautiful, Suzanne. Look at that. I could see everything turning on right there. That's awesome. Is it making sense, you guys? We are beautifully fine-tuning this one today because it's good to do it. That's why. It's good for us. Come again. Oh. The whirly birds, yeah? Yeah. Good. Good. Oh, good. I'm glad that helped. Suzanne was remembering the twisting whirly birds. You had a different name for it. Is that a yoga name? Samara. Oh, it's the tree name. I just assumed that was yoga. That's funny. Latin. Okay, so we're gonna roll ourselves down. We're going to walk out, walk back, and roll all the way up. And this is your challenge. When you roll yourself back up, it is not a throwaway like, oh, right? I want you to get down here, find your feet first, right? Toes, pinky toes, heel, and feel how it starts you lifting. And I want you to see if you can keep connected to it the whole way up and stack over this feeling. So no hip swinging, right? No back bending. Yeah, so keep connected to those feet. I'm watching you. But you have to walk all the way out and come back to find it again, right? So this is a challenge. You guys are my regulars. So you can go out, come back, find it again. Into plank. So yes, because this is life. You've got to find it over and over and over again. That's it. Good. And Franny, watching on the replay, since we're not coming down to the knees, I think you should be able to come out to a plank. Mary, I hope you've got your modification, but if you need a different one, you let me know. I would love it if you had that roller right here that you could just come down onto and walk out and then walk back in. Oh my gosh, my hamstrings from this morning. You feel them? Yeah, good. Anyone, yep, this is our last one. We'll stay down. So if you are down, you can wait down there for us. And we are going to be doing some renegade rows with our bands when we get down there. So if you would prefer not to be on your knees, if you like to kneel, if you want to be on furniture, if you don't want to be in a full plank, find your variation. And we're just going to take ourselves. Feel your feet first. So where's your big toe? Is it pushing strong into the ground? Not the third toe, the big toe. Then I want you to pull your band up and down. Yep. You can do all on one side. You can alternate sides. Either way is fine. Ah, good, Sheila. So keep connected to your big toe there. Good. And you're just looking for that stability. Sheila, I bet you could take a step back if your shoulder will let you. If you can increase the angle from, yeah, if your shoulder, it's okay with your shoulder. Did I say 4? I know I said, okay, good, thank you. Good, check your last ones. Are you still in your toes? I know. The last one, we're all rolling to the outside of our toes a little bit. Yeah, we are. Stay on that big toe. Yep, stay on that big toe, right? It's just a reminder of that circling back to ourselves, which is a metaphor for life, right? Okay. All good? Awesome. So we're going to take the band, put it underneath our feet. Mary, that doesn't hurt when it's under your feet, holding it down, does it? No, because you're not lifting your heels. Okay, I think I just answered my question, but if I'm wrong, you tell me. Okay, good. Just occurred to me. Okay, so we've got those heels down. I'm going to just walk back so you can see my feet. Right, so heels are down, pressing into the ground, and then pushing away. Push the whole foot away from you. Heel as well. Good. So while you relax, notice what happens if you just push the ball of your feet versus pushing the heel versus pushing the heel and the ball of the foot together. I want you to play with that a little bit. Hopefully, if you get the heel and the ball of the foot with the heel staying down, right, it's pushing along the ground, you get that nice little subtle lift in your belly again. You feel that? Good. Okay, good. So we're going to take our band. I'm crossing it into opposite hands. We're going to do half roll back. So inhale, exhale, push your feet away from you. Whole foot, scooping back into your C curve. Good. Coming back up. Right now my palms are just face down. I want you to Just work on the space across your shoulders and the push through your feet. And notice how much easier it gets to do that half roll back. Anybody? Yeah, that's it. Push the whole foot. Good. Can you let your arms go longer, Suzanne? Let them go longer? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. If you need more help or more assistance, just get more band in your hands. Good. That's it. Good. And then Sheila, I want you to come back here and then pause just enough to tuck your ribs in. Remember that feeling you had when you were doing those whirly birds, which looks so amazing? Yes, just like that. That's great. That's great. Good, good. Okay, one more, because we're going to add in that whirly bird. So we're right here, balls of feet pushing away, heels down, pushing away. Now I want you to rotate through your torso. Keep your arms the same distance apart. Good, back to center. Exhale. Good. Are you pushing through both feet? Good. Good. Come back up. We're only going to do 2 each way and then repeat. Because I want you to notice one side, you might notice it's harder to push through one foot or the other. Yeah? I want you to just pay attention. All right, inhale, exhale back. Half C curve. Check that you're in and ready. Good. So if you're lengthening through the back of your spine toward the ceiling, right? That doesn't mean your chest gets to shine upward. Now my spine is heading toward the wall. If my spine is lifting up from the back, I have to turn on those abs in the front. Yep, that's right. Get your spine up, not your nose up. Not your nose. You guys, I see noses, foreheads shining at the ceiling. They should be forward. I know. Makes sense? Okay. All right. Better. Yes, that's better, Sheila. Yes. Do you feel what you did? You're getting an ache on your left side? Are you getting an ache on your left side? Are you okay? Okay, just checking. All right. Keep down. What's a combination? So Nara's noticing one leg is harder to keep down. For her, it's her right. That happens to be her tucked side. So those muscles are getting pulled shorter all the time. She needs to find a little hamstring, a little abdominal to balance it, and a little glute on that side. Yeah. Okay, so let's roll ourselves all the way down. We're going to keep the cross in the band. And we're just pushing the feet away as we go. Good. And inhale and exhale. Up. So Franny, like I think about you in this moment, it's similar to Nara in that you have, or historically have had, a tuck on both sides. I haven't seen you in so long. Maybe you've made amazing changes doing the replays. So maybe they're less of a tuck now. I don't know. Good. So Mark is a historical tucker too. Yeah, so you just notice both of his legs pop up. He's doing so much better than he used to. He actually has glutes that you can see now. I know. I told you my client who is a tucker, and we call her glutes pancakes, and she had herself a t-shirt made that said, I'm turning my pancakes into cupcakes. That was Sharon Jackson. She's awesome. Good. As are all of you. Yeah. Let's stop you there. So Nara's noticing that she goes almost all the way down, and then there's a kunk. Because of her spine, which is doing amazing today, Nara, really, this is the most mobile I've seen you get your spine. I want you to stop there, see if you can take a breath and just sink into your abs a little deeper. Let them press the spine back a little more and then come back up. And anyone else who finds that kathunk spot, you're welcome to hold that spot and work it in the same way. Oh, nice. Yes, we did roll multiple times. And that whirly bird exercise helps us get the obliques to help with the abdominals, right? So they're all more aware. All right, so we're on the mat. We're going to lift our hands slightly so that we can help pull our legs into tabletop. We're going right into a tabletop here. But the hands should have helped. Yeah, good. All right, and we're going to exhale. Push your feet away just 2 inches. Just 2 inches. Inhale, hold it there. Exhale, resist slowly as it comes back right over the socket. Now this is the smallest little press. We're just pushing a little bit, feeling how your abdominals stabilize against that. Inhale, exhale, bring it back in. Yeah. Okay, so if this feels too easy, I'm going to show you a couple reasons why it might be. You might be pushing your body weight into the strap, right? So here I'm just letting the weight of my legs move my strap, instead of using the back of my thigh to push my feet, right? There's a whole different intention if I move my legs from the power source versus I just activate your hams and glutes a little bit. But in order to do that, you need to have your seat belt on, right? Your abs on. The other way it might be too easy is because you're not stopping it over your hip sockets. Some of you are rolling up into a ball and then letting gravity again take your legs away. So I want you to stop your knees right over the hips. It's going to feel like it's preemptive, because it is. I'm trying not to let you. I want you to keep using your abdominals in that moment. Yeah? Makes sense? Are your legs close together or are they in parallel? Parallel? Yeah, that would be inner thigh work too. Some of you are going to feel inner thigh like Nara. Some of you are going to feel the back inner hamstring. Semimembranosus. That's the inner hamstring. Okay, so now square up your collarbones. Exhale up into your bow. Now give me that same little 2-inch press, just little, just moving from your thigh bones. Good. Bring it back in just to your hip socket. That's it. Little press. Think of it as a knee pull, reverse knee pull. Good. That's it. Thigh. Good. And one more thigh. Good. And then go ahead and bring that all the way back down. Nice. Okay. How are your shoulders doing? Do your shoulders need a break? Yes. Okay. I can do that. So keep holding onto your band. Put your feet all the way down and then just allow it to rest right inside your inner thighs on your belly, right? So it's there and handy. You don't have to look hard for it. Okay, your feet are going to hold the band in place for you. You're not going anywhere. We're just going to take those hands up and behind your head. Good. And let the sling of your fingers hold the back of your skull. Inhale, exhale, lift your chest up. And pull your elbows apart, keeping your fingers in the same place. Right? So here we are, opening up the shoulders, opening up the chest. Good. And lay it back down. Again, inhale, exhale. Your head rests in the sling of your fingers while you lift your chest. Good. Inhale, exhale, pull your elbows apart. Keep your fingers still. They don't get to pull apart. Just your elbows pull. Good. And then back down. Good. And one more time. Inhale, exhale, lift. No. We put the strap down. I'm giving your shoulders a break. Can't you tell? Good. And then come back down. Good. All right, because we're going to add on rotation. So again, where's your spine? Front or back of your body? Back. That's right. So feel it. It ends in your fingertips, right? So as you lift your chest, keep pulling your spine through your fingertips, away from your pubic bone, away from your tailbone. That's it. Good. Now keep that pull as you rotate to the side. Right, what happened? Did you start tilting your head back? No! Say no, Mona. I was really good about... Yes, that's it. Good. And then to the other side. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Good, back to center and down. So we're gonna do just one each way and then repeat. Yeah, one each way and then repeat. I'm asking you to be really present in your body. Where's the back? Where does the spine go? Ends in your fingertips. Lift the chest and keep pulling that spine long as you rotate like a whirly bird. That's it, good. Let's pull that spine long. Good. Nara's asking, how do you know if you're doing it right? Because she can't really see herself doing it. One way is to look down your body and notice, are you shifting off to one side, right? If you're rotating, your ribs and hips will stay in place. If you're shifting, you'll see your shirt wrinkles kind of go all the way across you instead of up you. There's a difference in the way that they wrinkle, if that makes sense. Which, of course, is predicated by the fact that you need to get your chest up off the ground enough that you can look down your body. Yeah. So it's not just falling over, right? I shouldn't feel myself dumping to the side of me. If my breast is further out than my hip, I know that I am not on my center line, right? Here, now it's staying in line. So even though I'm big-breasted, it's not going to fall way out here past the hip. Here's my hip line. Here's my breast line out here. It should stay in line. Make sense? Whew. Okay. All right. Where'd my band? What's that? Nara's asking a good question. She's asking, if her shoulder blade is touching the ground, how do I know if that's right or wrong? If your shoulder blades are touching the ground, that tells you you're frankly not lifted off the mat, right? You've lifted your head a lot, but you haven't lifted your chest a lot. So, your abs, it's your abs. Unless you're actively pushing it down into the ground, which is both, right? If your body is compensating by pushing the shoulder down in order to make it feel like you're rolling up, that tells you your abs are not doing their job to lift you up. So, good question. Okay, so we picked our band back up in our hands. Where are we? Holy cow, how are we running out of time already? I know. We got a couple minutes, but I have such a long list of things for you guys to experience this morning. I don't know why I want to pack it all in. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So, legs are in tabletop, coming up into our bow, right? So now imagine the spine getting longer. Good. And we're going to push both feet out as far as you can. Keep your arms nice and strong. Good. Bring it back in. Good. And both feet out as long as you can. Good. Good. Now push one foot out. You still have the other one holding the band. Can you feel it? Make sure that the one that's staying still doesn't get pulled inward. You're going to keep that thigh pressing slightly out, just like you did when you were standing. Do you remember that? Good. Yes! Low abdominals. Hello. Good. Come all the way down. Bring your hands down. Turn your head side to side. I want to do that one again. Okay? Can we do that one again? I'm going to just swing around so you can see this view because I want it to be clear. So when we come into the bow, you see that, right? You're pushing one leg out. We're not letting this other one rotate in like this. No. You're keeping this thigh strong and even slightly out to the side. And from this view, you can see how athletic it is. It's almost like a football player running across the field, right? You're the quarterback, dodging. Yes. And that should, yes, Sheila, keep pushing out with that bent leg. Good. Good. Nice. Mary, this is you getting that hit. Good. See, this is why your husband should really be doing this with us. All right. And then go ahead and come all the way in. Go ahead and take one leg in your band. The other leg comes down toward the ground. So I happen to have my right leg in the band first. Good. And we're going to just do a leg circle. So I want you to first pull it towards you. Notice how much your other leg is moving, right? Let it go and do it again. So I want you to pull, 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 pull. Notice how much the other leg is moving. Can you feel it sliding or bending? Now, this time I want you to push through the sole of the bottom leg as you pull. Push the sole of the bottom leg. Do not let that leg bend, move, shift at all. That heel stays glued in place. Good, and release. Yep, do that again. Your head can stay down here, but I want you to really push, push, push through the sole of that foot. Good, and one more. Okay, so now we're going to go into leg circles. I'm going to keep a lot of tension on mine today. I want to feel myself having to push with both soles of feet, but you're welcome to adjust your tension. If you want less, come on down. Both soles of feet pushing away as you cross your center line. Are they both active? Both active as you come all the way around. Notice how much easier it gets at the socket to move your leg if you are keeping both legs active. If I'm only pushing through one, I'll start to get, or maybe you will too, a strange little tension on the outside, right? TFL is overworking, and this makes it unhappy. But if both soles of feet are actively pushing, suddenly I'm free as a bird. Can you feel that? Good, and then reverse, yep. So again, keep pushing through the soles of your feet, active and strong from your feet to your seat. I hear you. Good. All right. You can pull it up one more time. Give it a little stretch. And then we'll take the other foot, put it up in there. Ooh, so tight, so tight, so tight. All right. So first we're going to do the same little drill. You're going to pull, pull, pull that leg towards you. Just notice how much, if at all, this leg on the ground moves. Most of you will feel that the side that's tucked under will move less than the anterior, than your tilting side, right? Your tucking side tends to move a little bit less than your tilting side. Unless you're super mobile. What's that? When the tucking one is on the ground. That's correct. When the yes. When yes. Okay, so now just noticing yourself, right? Now reach to the foot on the ground. Get that guy ready. Reach the foot in the sky. Oh, and then you're going to push across. Push, 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 push. All the way around. Yep, good. So again, I'm keeping lots of tension here. But you guys really reach through both feet. And again, you can play with it. What happens if you let go of the foot on the ground and just let it lay there? Feels like nothing's happening in the moving leg. And it feels, maybe it feels either tension starts coming in where it doesn't belong, or it starts feeling unsupported, like it's loosey-goosey and there's nothing holding it. Then add that foot back in and keep pushing through both feet. And that becomes the most wonderful feeling of freedom, right? This is what it's like to be an angel. Just good. And then reverse direction. Reverse direction. Keep pushing through your feet. Remember, it's the whole foot, not just the ball of your foot, right? Make the whole foot press. Let's see which way we're going. This way. I'm so glad. I hope everyone else feels as good as Suzanne right now. Go ahead and take your legs up. Give it a nice little extra stretch. I do too. Good. Yeah. All right. So for a moment, we're just going to do monkey feet. We're going to let the knees fall open in a butterfly. Yep. And you're just looking for the soles of your feet. See if you can get them to touch. And then just check your torso. See if it's still laying pretty even on your center. Then I want you to pull your belly in. I've just let my band go. Pull your belly in. Just let your hands slide forward and come into a little bow. You're going to lift your right foot up, set it down, and then your left foot up and set it down. Now you want to imagine that they're still touching the other sole of the foot. So my habit is to either pull up the foot instead of keeping it facing the other foot, right? Or I'll really point it down. I'll invert. Good. And just one more each side. We're just again connecting into that low belly. I hope. Good. All right, and then let the head come back down. Now scoop the belly in. Really push your feet together. This is the important part. Soles of feet must push as you lift both legs up a little bit. Bring them back down. If you want support for this one, use either your hands or take your band, put it underneath your thigh bones, cross your band, and then let your hands help lift it. Okay? But this is your grand finale for your low belly. Yes? Push your soles of your feet. That's critical. You only lift as much as you can push the soles of your feet, and you'll feel your deep glute and your low belly, and hopefully your ribs turn on. Good. One more. Good. And then bring those knees together and rest. My toes are about to cramp from trying to push to each other so much. Good. Good. Let's rock and roll up to sitting. You don't even have to do a perfect rock. Just come all the way up. Take your hands behind you. Ooh, I need just some for this hand. Okay, and then all we're doing is just aiming the elbows to each other, right? They're trying to wrap toward each other. Open up those collarbones, press into your fingertips. We're not even lifting the hips. I just want you to push your fingertips down. Good, nice and easy, and then little break, little release. Good, and again, press into those fingertips. Good. And then a little release. Now find your feet again. Big toe, pinky toe, back of heel. Press into your feet, keeping fingertips and whole foot. Anyone notice that they got slightly lighter? Oh, that Sheila laughs. No. You're awesome. And elbows. Okay, see if we can find your feet again. That's it. Good. Good. And one more. That's it. Good. That's it. Good. Very nice. And that's all we're doing. I'm not going to have you lift today. Just what that much. Let's extend your legs forward and just reach forward. Give the back of your legs a little stretch. I want you tomorrow to go, what did we do? Why are my hamstrings tired? Maybe you feel your glutes a little bit. That would be awesome. Some of you are going to get a little tired behind the knee, right where the hamstring comes down and the calf comes up. But what I hope we don't feel is like excessive gastroc tiredness. We might notice a little on the sides, but not in the big part of the gastroc, yeah? Yeah. All right, cross one foot over the other. You're going to push yourself upright and rotate around. Okay, here's me doing it wrong. Not so great. Here's me pushing into the ground, pulling the elbow back, and lifting up through the spine, which is on the back. Thank you. Good. Good. And then twist around the other way. Again, push into the ground with your hand, lift you taller. Feel the spine start lifting up. Longer, longer, longer. It's your direct path from your from your tailbone to heaven. Toot, 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 toot. Good. And then rest. You guys, thank you very much. Nice thinking. I appreciate you so much. Hope you feel good. Oh, I'm glad. Yay, good. That's good. Awesome. Well done. Thank you.